I've heard you talk. It's terrible.
All right, now I'm streaming. Okay. Well, for those out in Twitch land, we just had a battle with Mechalots, and it's over. It was dramatic. Grimoire
Wait, we're
almost
done?
died. No.
Don't ask how.
I'm telling the Twitch people because they didn't see it.
The ninja got eaten for a bit before a head got splatted by the giant, and he came out, and the fire cleric was almost like eaten alive. But then he stopped time like Hit from Dragon Ball and blew it up from the inside.
Wait, is he dead already?
Yeah, fireballs on the inside of your stomach does that too.
I
don't
flied
think he
around
does.
and failed to do anything.
The
This freaking
Defiler.
psychic curse.
The McLeod's only at
Who said it?
187.
Grease, you just say the fire.
Could you state your question one more time?
How do we stop this psionic effect? It's plaguing the city of Tyr.
So divination says you ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. So I think that means the spell fails.
It doesn't say it fails if I don't ask a question, but it allows.
Well, it's not going to happen within 7 days, that's for sure.
Okay, so. But I know that's why, or something like that.
So it says I can reply in a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. I'm going to say that your spirit guide tells you that you should trust in Korganard to guide the way. And that's all the information it can provide. It's cryptic,
Okay, that's fair.
but it's something.
I know I like to read the future, but I don't expect a freaking how-to guide.
So I don't know if you'd be aware from the spell casting, but it's like whatever the result, the completion of the quest or whatever, it's going to take more than 7 days, so it's outside the scope of divination. So you might be able to tell that it's just too far out in the future for you to tell yet.
All right, then. In that case, I'll look to him and see what he's doing.
Korganard's thinking, sort of meditating and trying to figure out solutions. He'll indicate that he needs some time to think about this. See if he can recall something from his past where he might know how to deal with this, or who might be behind it.
I'll offer him the Tome of Tomorrow.
I'm gonna show him all of your divinations and your prophecies.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, he'll look it over.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention something. Wait. Oh right. If he makes the save, then it doesn't, and it stops being important, right? If he makes the save to resist the effect, then we're done with the. Doesn't need Intellect Fortress to still be on.
No.
At that point.
No, that's over.
Okay.
Once you make the save, it's all good. Just like you made the save right away. Then you were able to act.
Yeah, then it's my business. And business is good.
Okay, then. With that done, I'll fly back and tell the others that we probably. I guess I'll tell the giant actually, because he doesn't really need breaks. So I'll just request that he goes around the city smacking mechalots.
You'll find that most of the mechalots have been
himself?
dealt with by other people at about the same time.
Okay, never mind.
Numerous battles sprung up throughout the city, and the city's full of relatively tough folks that were able to defeat the mechalots. Yeah.
I just spent a lot of time training all those gladiators.
Templars, gladiators, even regular folks that have some capability. They're mostly like level 3.
Aren't Templars evil?
In tier, they're like the police. They don't have any powers because they're not actually like warlocks or paladins of a sorcerer king anymore. So they're just
title.
they're just sort of neutral.
All right then. Then I guess the only other thing I do right now is.
I would say it varies a bit. There are good ones and bad ones. The party's meant some of both.
fly around and tell people to bring the corpses to the blacksmith guy that I met before because he seems good at his job, and then useful things can be made out of them. So this wasn't a complete waste of everyone.
Well, most of these mechalots belong to merchant houses. They're probably going to lay claim to the meat and the hide and all that to try to recoup some of their losses after their mechalots were slain.
Okay, never mind that plan as well then.
I hope.
I don't think I have much else to do then.
Can we still harvest it anyways before the houses come to take their claim?
Well, after the battle, the people emerge back out into the streets almost immediately. So there's definitely going to be somebody related to the business that's going to be right on hand immediately. I mean, if you want to argue that you have right to it, you could do that. A persuasion might do the trick.
I will say we are the ones that dealt with it. We have some claim.
Question, are you still an ant when you do this?
No, after we have killed both of them, I will transform back into a human.
Right.
It'd be funny though.
I can make the persuasion roll. I think that.
That's fine. Somebody make the roll.
Are you okay with me making it?
Yeah, do it.
I mean, you could even cooperate with an assist if you want.
Wait, so what happened with this Mechalot? He died too?
Yeah.
I assist the bard. I say,
Grimorn
yeah,
shot a
we
fireball
did the
into its
killing,
mouth. It died instantly.
and our friend almost died.
What's the secret?
He's fine.
We should get some recompense for the damages your beasts almost killed us.
This is true.
I hope you have good liability, sir.
What happened to the kitty cat thing that was over here?
It
Eaten
ran away.
by all the savages.
I'm just
What
gonna
does the help
walk up here and be like, "Oh, what a big golden mess."
Well, whoever's
What
got
is
the
the assist
higher
roll?
skill should roll, and then whoever's got the lesser skill but still has proficiency rolls a DC 10 to see if they assist you. And if they assist you, you
Nat
get
20.
to roll with advantage.
I cannot help you.
He's got
Nat
it.
20.
All right.
any
I
any
got it.
proficiency in it? I cannot do that.
He gets a 27.
Oh well, you already rolled 20, so never mind. Don't need it.
Nat 20.
The merchant agrees that you guys are heroes. You guys can take whatever parts of it you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the tongue.
Well, which one is the shiniest case?
How much are the spines worth? It looks very spiky.
No. You can have Mechalot parts. You can't have their
He
merchandise. What
said
are you
I
crazy?
can have any part of it. He said
Part of the
Yeah,
Mechalot.
any part.
Part of the cargo.
the chest.
No.
I have any part of it, right?
You don't want what's in that chest anyway. It's not valuable.
Now that makes me
I'm
want
gonna
no
take
what's
the
in
tongue
that
out
chest. Like, you know what was in there anyway. Like,
I would take the skin of the mechalot, the hide.
Wait, how about those spikes on it? Are those actually there?
Taking the hide of a Mechalot's not so easy. Do you guys have a
Yeah.
cart?
I think it'd be heavy.
We have kinks somewhere. They're here. They're here in this town somewhere.
Yeah, if you want to go get your kanks, you might be able to throw all the Mechalot hide onto them. It's going to take most of the afternoon to hack it up, too.
Well, we kind of need a burn time anyways, because Korganard is thinking of a plan for us to do whatever it is to stop this headache stuff. So we got time. Plus, Grimoire needs to rest.
That's actually wrong. You've been commanded to go to the palace. If you don't, you will be arrested.
Oh,
we gotta go to the palace. I take
No,
a
we
big
don't have time.
chunk of meat, a big.
Hey, was I told this?
And that's gonna be. That's gonna
Can we
last
just have this
long.
taken to the temple?
You were not told that. What you guys were told was that message from King Tithian requests you to come to the Golden Palace immediately, and you were literally en route to it when you got attacked.
Can we have someone get the kinks to come pick this up? Can we tell the merchant? We'll have our kinks send for this to.
Orin
Go
says,
to the-
"I'll do it. I don't want to go to the palace anyway." Stuffy old nobles.
Cool. I tell
Go get the
Orin,
people at the
go
temple.
get the
Go help.
kinks and take this back to the fire temple.
Yeah, Orin
Yeah.
takes off and he comes back with Kanks.
Let's start a giant barbecue.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Let's go to the temple, guys.
That
Move
ninja.
my stuff a
Well,
little
we
bit.
go to the temples.
I
No,
know
no, we're
what-
going to the temple. Let's go.
We're the fire temple or the gold temple?
Take your stick off your. Everybody, take a thing off the board.
We are going to.
Everyone, grab your thing.
That ninja.
Mhm.
If I flew to the temple, would I arrive faster than them?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
They have to go
yeah.
through crowded streets full of people and animals that have just been killed.
I'm gonna do that then.
As the
That's
bird
my
flies,
other
you'll make
idea.
much better time. However, the gate guards are not familiar with you. Probably not a good idea to fly into a restricted area.
I was told to go inside that building.
Alright, everyone's got all their stuff off the table, right?
We got the Mechalot. Yay! We're gonna eat good tonight, boys.
This is telepathy speak, by the way, so I don't know if that does anything.
What's in those cards?
Just cut the range down by a quarter. 3/4, I guess.
Okay, then I'm substantially closer to them, like 5 feet away. I get
Can we
off the
still-
bird.
Telepathically communicate with you from where you're at right now.
What?
Can we telepathically communicate with you from where we're at?
No. Wait.
Yes, actually. I'll tell you how. Alright, he said he was going to Korganard. You guys have a stone that you can communicate with Korganard, so...
Oh no, I thought it's like mind communication like had no distance. So
Telepathy has no range, but a magic stone that you can communicate with still works.
Who in the chosen creature can teleport?
Beep beep boop. Korganard, are you there? How are you feeling with the sonic wave going on?
Korganard will respond saying that he's here with a strange Terran that has just arrived.
Met me before.
Oh, it's you. All Terrans look alike. I couldn't tell.
Give-
tell him that we are on our way to the Golden Temple.
Man, that was racist. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we're on
man.
our way to the Golden Temple still after the whole Mechalot ordeal. We should regroup. Where are you right? You're on top of the was it the obelisk thing?
Like, if you saw a couple of pterodactyl men, do you think you'd really be able to tell them apart?
Yes. Because I'm not a racist and sensitive bastard.
Alright. So, Korganard says, yeah, he's here. Do you need to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are in communication via the stones.
Ring site. We're going over to the Golden Tower. Can you see it from where you are?
I see it from where I am, BM.
Everyone in the city can see it from anywhere.
Yes.
Dumb question. We're gonna go over to that tower. Can you meet us around there? Probably you're gonna be outside. I don't know if the guards will let you in.
Psst, I recommend you lead him to a gate.
Oh, are there multiple gates around it?
There is a main gate near the Veiled Alliance meeting place where Sadira lives. That's the only legal entrance into that area.
Okay.
Well, I guess there's probably another one on the other side too. I'll change maps and point it out. Hang on. Pack and see all and tier. Tier city.
Gold.
Fuel? Oh, it's gold.
Okay, so this is the Golden Tower.
Okay.
Where were we at with the Mechalots?
So if you want to go into the Noble District, you either have to go through this gate near Sadira or this gate. These are the legal entrances. There's also an entrance from the arena, but that's usually only used by the nobles in the Golden City to watch the gladiator battles from elevated positions. This isn't really a accessible thing here unless you want to do some climbing or flying.
Okay. And then Ringsight and Korganard are still over here on the pyramid.
Yes, he was going to head towards the Golden Tower, but you guys finish with the Mecha lot when he's still here.
Where are we at, in the Merchant District, or?
Yeah.
Okay. We tell him we'll meet him at the. We're gonna go to the south gate
Yeah.
of the city. Can you meet us over there, Ringside?
I will do so.
All right. So, let's just skip ahead a little bit. Everybody crosses the town by whatever means they're moving. And so you are all now at the Dwarf Guard to the south gate into the Golden City. He eyes you up and down suspiciously, and he says, "Oi! You should have been here an hour ago. You were summoned. Quickly."
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but they were rampaging mechalots in the street. It was kind of rough.
I heard some shouting. I'm not allowed to leave my post. I have been told to let you in, though.
Were you affected at all by the, there was some psionic business going on, disorienting people. Are you okay?
Didn't feel a thing. Perfectly normal day to me.
Does he have like magic equipment on that I can see?
The Dwarf Guard? No, he doesn't.
Uh,
He's just astoundingly mentally resilient.
No, he's just psionicless.
Yeah, he doesn't have any psionics at all.
Normie. Alright, well, we would go in then. I'm glad you're okay.
Alright, so you pass the Dwarf Guard into the inner city, the Golden City. You've been commanded to
really
go
hard.
directly to 52 to the Golden Tower, so I guess,
I tell the group,
There.
my head hurts.
as you're moving down this main street here, I do want to point out to Ringsight, you will be passing the School of Thought, which will stand out to you. There are a number of psionists here that are in pretty bad shape. They're all gathered near the School of Thought. Many of them are in pretty bad shape, feeling quite terrible. Some of them are throwing up on the ground.
And I thought my head hurt.
Many of them are children, so it's pretty sad.
I'll be right back, I say to the group.
You gonna go talk to the School of Thought people?
Yeah.
You meet Letty Chesia. She's a powerful psionicist. Her eyes are squinting, and she seems pained, but she's standing upright, and some of the others that are in worse shape are not doing nearly as well. So she's tough. She's pretty strong. She made her save.
I don't know what to say.
She hasn't noticed
You
you.
don't know
She's
what
too
to
busy
say.
tending to the students.
How many students do I see, actually?
Dozens and dozens. Many of them have come out of the building. Some of them are being taken off to hospitals to deal with whatever's causing the sickness.
There should be a... Hang on, let's see this. Because I think there's one thing that deals with this issue. Last names, those names. Source report.
Most of the people that were affected by the wave that affected psionics were knocked out for at least 2 minutes.
What? Can I,
We're just exceptionally strong, right?
Yeah.
I like try to help action them resist using my psychiciness.
Okay, let's just call that just for RP. So you're trying to help the School of Thought. Some of the teachers are thankful.
Not much I can properly do, but yeah, I tried.
They're going to ask, are you a psionicist as well? Have you been affected?
I managed to resist even the I cannot frickin' pronounce his name.
Corganard.
Organard. Okay, I'm sorry. Even he was rendered unconscious by the attack. I managed to help him out of the state, but it required a lot of magical power that I don't really. Do you have any means of like? I don't know this terminology for spell slots in this situation. Like the in-game terminology.
Magical energy.
Okay, magical energy. I could.
It would be like,
continue
are you
doing-
able to focus? Can you use the way?
Yes.
They're all going to say, no, it is incredibly difficult. It's as if we are blocked from the source of our psionic ability. Every time I try to touch the psionic field, I am recoiled by the sickness that assaults me, they say.
You have the meat. I'm asking if they have Intellect Fortress.
Lady Chessia would, yeah.
Okay, but she can't cast it herself.
Oh, she could. She doesn't, though. She's conserving her spell slots in case she needs them.
Okay, well, do you have a way to, like, boost the spell slots?
She seems discouraged. She says, I don't know how we can deal with this. I've never felt something like this. I don't know who caused it or how to even begin. There will definitely be a meeting in the Golden Tower to deal with this.
Thank you.
Hey, we're going to the tower.
Actually, if you're not, if you don't think there's much you can do here, we currently have an audience at the tower. Would you like to come?
She shakes her head and she says, No, I couldn't possibly leave my students until I've seen to each of them to make sure they will be okay.
Okay. It's just a very sad situation in general.
She's got a lot of political pull, though. She can basically go to the Golden Tower whenever she wants. She teaches all of the nobles' children, so she's got a lot of pull.
All right. I guess I'll just bugger off back to the tower then. I didn't.
Okay. You hurry on towards the council chambers. All of you can feel that something is different in the city of Tyr, and the psionicists of your party are still disoriented. In the streets, you come across several scenes of destruction and carnage where Mechalots, Enix, and Crodlus temporarily ran berserk or turned on their handlers. In most cases, the animals were quickly subdued or killed. You come across one disturbing scene, a thrycreen lying in a pool of its own ichor, with half a dozen Templars and citizens sprawled nearby. Witnesses tell you that the insect man simply ran amok at the same time that the animals began their rampage. Despite the considerable damage to the city, it appears that things are returning to normal. The council chambers are crowded with the various aides and retainers to the councilors engaged in a furious debate. Everyone at large seems tense and edgy. You suspect that the grating vibration or hum you felt in your mind may have some lasting effect. You briefly consult your various patrons, but before you get a chance to find out what is happening, a sudden shout gets your attention. Make way for King Tithian of Tyr! The meeting settles as Tithian takes control of the proceedings. The King of Tyr is accompanied by half a dozen half-giant bodyguards, a similar number of Templars, and several other officers of the palace and army. He looks worried. The counselors demand to know what is happening, but Tithian has no ready answer. Instead, he presents several different officers and Templars who have news to pass on to the council. You hear the following reports. A merchant reports encountering a battered tribe of elves who claim that the dragon is coming to Tyr. An officer of the army reports the presence of large numbers of halfling raiders in the passes of the Ringing Mountains. He believes a halfling horde is coming to sack Tyr. A bureaucrat in the king's service relays a report from Uruk of a series of meetings between halfling chieftains and King Hamanu. A half-elven wanderer tells the council that the great Thrycreen hordes of the hinterlands have united under one leader and plan to invade Tyr. You can make up any other... No, hang on. Blah, blah, blah. There's just a bunch of other stories. Don't worry about it. Okay. Rikus the Mole, commander of the army, says, "It is plain to see Tyr is under attack. Hamanu is seeking new allies to defeat us." Senator Turax, the nobleman, says, "If the king cannot protect us from these threats, we shall have to take steps to protect ourselves. I hereby withdraw my troops from the army of Tyr." Neva, Rikus's lieutenant, says, "We must stand together. Divide our army now, and Tyr will surely fall." Master Sintha, the leader of the merchants, says, "We have heard nothing of a war brewing. A panic would be unwise and expensive." Your friend Aegis of Astocles, the nobleman, he says, "The rumors of what occurs outside of Tyr are immaterial now. We are faced with a far worse threat. Since the rampage of the animals, it has been nearly impossible to make use of the way. We must find out what is causing the interference with mental powers." Aegis of Astocles is one of the strongest psionists in town, if you didn't know. He was badly affected by this, but he's dealing with it. The debate rages for some time. No one appears to know what is happening to Tyr. No clear plans of action are put forth. Eventually, King Tithian retires, promising not to rest until Tyr is safe again. The various counselors begin to leave, most of them obviously unsatisfied with the meeting. As you turn to go, you find yourselves facing Aegis of Astocles, one of the noted leaders of the city. He looks very tired and winces as though in terrible pain. "A moment, my friends," he says quietly. "I would have a word with you."
What is it you seek to with us, Aegis?
"Not here. We must speak in private. Follow me to one of the adjoining chambers."
Okay. What is it you would like to speak with us in here?
Let's see here. He's a powerful psionicist who instantly recognized the interference that has suppressed psionic use in Tyr. Being an old ally of your adventuring party, he wants to work with you to try to solve this new threat to Tyr. He has drawn you aside into this other chamber for a brief conversation. He's going to ask if you could begin a private investigation of the alteration in psionic use. He's convinced that some great threat looms over Tyr, and he hopes that you will learn more than the King's men have so far been able to discover.
That was kind of our plan already. It's kind of already, it's affecting us personally too, so we do need to deal with it.
Do we?
He says there may be some truth to these reports, perhaps in the west, across the mountains, in the forests, or the hinterlands. It might be worth investigating.
But do you think this is also affecting other places besides just Tyr?
I cannot tell. I will send people far and wide to see the extent of its reach.
What kind of power could do that to such a large region?
I do not know. Whatever is doing this is a tremendously powerful thing. A psionicist of power like I have never seen, or possibly an artifact from a previous age. I can't even fathom what could cause this, but we must find out, and in a hurry.
Guys, I'm gonna call it a night here.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Good night, Rara.
Good night.
Later,
Good
man.
night. Nice one. See you guys next week.
Yep.
Next week, Wednesday.
Next week.
Yeah.
I won't be late.
Aegis doesn't believe in coincidences. He thinks these reports from the hinterlands and the forest ridge might be related.
What kind of events are we talking about? What might have happened over there?
The two reports were that halflings had sided with Hamanu. They made some sort of agreement with Hamanu, and they were massing for an invasion of Tyr. And the other report was that the Thrycreen from the hinterlands were also forming a huge army. But you did see that the
Halflings.
Thrycreen in town had gone mad when the psionic effect happened, so that might have also happened to the Thrycreen of the hinterlands as well.
Halflings, they're so tasty.
And what of Hurrick?
What of Uruk? They have very little information about Uruk being an enemy state. Most of the spies we send are caught rather quickly.
The last time I saw a halfling, they ate my friend. So then we ate all of them.
Nice.
They
Yeah,
were
back then
good.
We had some issues as well. In Hurrick, but that's where we found Corganot. And what if it was the elemental lords taking over?
It's been a long time since I ate halfling.
Aegis doesn't think it's related to the elements. Usually there's not much crossover between psionics and the elemental clerical practices.
Who are we talking to right now?
Aegis of Asticles.
One of the
This man right here.
Okay.
and you would want us to go and
He's a
investigate.
Tyrion noble.
You
Correct.
want us to investigate those rumors of halflings, you're saying?
Is that good for you, Tat? Oh, Tat's muted. Nope.
You receive a message from Corganard on your communication stone.
Yes, Corganard, what is it?
He tells you, I have it. I will be there momentarily. Where are you located?
We are in the Southern Noble District. Or no, sorry, we're in the Golden Tower, right?
Okay. You hear a grunt of effort, and then, with no warning at all, a doorway of shimmering blue light appears in the middle of the room. Many people leap to their feet, startled and alarmed. A tall, slender figure appears in the doorway. You instantly recognize it being the figure of Corganard, the magical Avengian, whose life you saved a few months back. A benevolent smile plays across his features. Greetings, my friends, he begins. Do not be alarmed. It is I, Corganard, and I need your help. By now you must be aware of the interference of psionic abilities. If I am correct, the field advanced through Tyr, and I am trying to learn the cause of this interference. Unless it is stopped, thousands will eventually go insane or die. You may have seen some of these effects already. You must believe me that this is a thing that could destroy Athos as we know it. Will you aid me?
Of course.
I'd do anything for you, Mr. Corganard.
Good, good. I intend to investigate some sources of information I have access to. I would like you to meet me at Desverendes Valley in 15 days. Until then, there is a task that I must ask you to undertake for me.
Can I,
What's up?
Can I activate my no direction, or is that so that it's not working because of psionics?
If it's a psionic ability, it probably wouldn't work.
Okay.
But I don't think
Never
that
go
is. Isn't that just a feat?
It's a psionic feat that we just learned.
One of those.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's that one. Since that's a once-a-day ability, you would have to get that up to 4 times a day to use it once. So when you try to use it, it just fizzles. All right,
Or
so...
would it be a 4-day cooldown?
Do you want to do it that way? You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll do a 4-day cooldown on it.
All right.
What exactly do you need from us?
But I'm not gonna use it right now. I'm not gonna use it right now.
So the Avengian had paused, but he continues. I need to see an ancient scroll concerning the relationship of psionics and magic, and I know of only one copy that might still exist. The scroll is referenced by another text I have, and is reported to lie in the library of Othend. If you could find the scroll and bring it to me at Desverendes Valley in 15 days' time, it will save much precious time.
Where is that?
Othend? You don't know of its location?
No.
I've never heard of it.
You gotta look at a map.
Okay.
So I'm looking at it right now. I don't see it.
Desrendi is going to point out on the map. In order to get to Authend, you must travel to Silver Springs, and then from Silver Springs it is east. Authend is a ruin. The Avengian smiles and thanks you for your willingness to help. He says the Library of Authend is hidden within the ruins of an ancient town in the Tablelands. It is located near the center of a stretch of sandy wastes that are as black as obsidian. You must be very careful, my friends. The ruins are used as a camp by the slave tribe known as the Black Sand Raiders, and their foul defiler. I believe that the library has not been pillaged by the raiders, but it may be that the defiler has removed the scroll. You will find the library and the camp of the Black Sand Raiders about 2 days' walk east of the oasis of Silver Springs. I shall meet you in Desverendi's Valley when the 2 moons are full. Good luck and safe journey, my friends. The magical portal shimmers and fades. The image of the Avengian waves once and is gone.
Going back to Nibney again. Oh, we... Okay. And 15 days, and where exactly do we have to meet him again? In the...
Okay, so Desverendi wants you to go here and then here.
Where we found him, like where we went through the...
That is the Valley of Desverendi over there in the Ringing Mountains.
That's where he transformed him. He became what he was.
Correct.
I'm still looking at the map of Tyr.
Now, in theory, this should take less than 15 days.
Hey, hold on. The Valley of Desrendi is where Corganard was transformed at?
Yeah.
Oh. So, why don't we just go straight there?
Because you don't have the scroll yet.
Oh.
East of, what is it, 4 days east of Silver Spring, you said?
See, Corganard's going to go talk to Desverendi, the Earth Spirit. Maybe Desverendi has some insight.
Oh,
But-
Dwayne! He's gonna go talk to Dwayne.
Dwayne the Rock, yes. And
Oh, okay.
but he thinks there's vital information in a scroll, and he told you where the scroll's at, and he asked you to go get it. And you guys have already agreed.
Loud. Who's Desrendi? You
Right.
and someone reminds me, Dwayne. Oh, the rock guy.
We have to go through desert.
You can go any way you want.
Oh no, we're just going to meet Corganard. We have to go through the desert.
Yeah, if you take a direct route, you would cross across the great alluvial sand wastes. You'd have to really stock up on supplies at Silver Springs. If you guys recall, Silver Springs is run by some rather shady elves that overcharge you for everything.
Yeah, they closed the door.
So,
I remember.
resupplying in Silver Springs could be expensive.
I have a giant tongue that I took from that.
You're just gonna eat giant Mechalot tongue for the next, like, month and a half.
Well, we have a bag of holding now. We have. I don't have to carry my jug of water, my barrel of water anymore. Like, kind of. I'm literally only carrying 70 pounds.
I'm gonna need a good rest before we leave, though. Stay overnight.
Your patron, Aegis of Astocles, promises to offer you what you need for the trip. He'll provide riding kanks for each member of your party, an additional pack kank for supplies and water. Each riding kank carries saddlebags containing 15 days' rations and 2 4-gallon water skins. You guys want to make some notes about that? He just gave those to each of you.
We got everything. Everything we need.
We have
for-
kinks though.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna take the free one.
Okay.
Aegis is providing supplies, and he's a rich nobleman, so he probably should take up his offer. You can always sell it if you don't need it.
Free kinks. We can leave the other kinks at the fire temple now.
It says here, in addition, the pack kank carries 60 man-days worth of rations and a 30-gallon cask of water. Other supplies he could offer include bedrolls, blankets, kindling, tinder kits, hemp rope, or torches. If you want any of those supplies, they will be free and provided by Aegis.
If you can fill up my barrel, That would be great.
Yep, yep.
I think you're ready.
I flick my earring, and my barrel appears in front of me, and I be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna need more water."
We're gonna say. I guess we should get ready and leave in the morning. We don't have that much time to waste.
I ask him where the water is, so I can fill up my
Um,
barrel.
I had to have a serious family chat thing. What happened while I was gone?
We were discussing the next leg of the journey. Can somebody like
I have it pulled up.
whoever's
I have
streaming
it
for
pulled
him,
up.
show him the map.
Yep, it's on the map.
All right, so you can
I
see the map.
was I was I wanted to know what was happening with the noble court thing that was going on there. Like
Okay.
people were reporting a bunch of things.
So you've got Aegis of Astocles and Korganard, and they both have requested you to sort of help with the situation. Aegis is a patron, a nobleman. He's supplying you with a variety of supplies, free kank, free food, free water for a trip. Korganard has requested that you all go to Othend, a ruins east of Silver Springs, which is probably about 3 days away if you make good time. 3 or 4 days, something like that. Once you get to Othend, he's warned you that there are Black Sand Raiders, which are a tribe of really awful raiders that live out in the desert east of Silver Spring. But they currently occupy Othend, which is the ruins of an old city that contains a library that contains a scroll that Korganard needs. So he's requested that you go there and get it by any means necessary. If that involves fighting the entire band of Black Sand Raiders, that's what it takes. Like, you must
Was
get that
Korganard
scroll.
was Korganard at the palace then?
He's at the golden tower.
He opened a gateway, and then he briefly told everybody what his plans were, and then he left. So he has gone to the Valley of Desverendi, which is at the end of the path, the Red Line. So that is a secret valley where a powerful earth elemental ally of Korganard lives, named Desverendi. And so Korganard is going to
His name's
Desverendi's valley.
Dwayne.
Yeah, you call him Dwayne the Rock, because he's a giant earth elemental. Anyway, Korganard's going to him to ask him some questions, and while he's doing that, he needs that scroll from Othend. So he's asked you guys to go get the scroll and then bring it back to him, which is about a 7-day journey.
I'm just here for the comedy.
Okay.
But he's given you 15 days to make that 7-day journey, so if you get stuck, you have a few days to spare.
All right.
And Aegis of Astocles was giving us the supplies to go there?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
did he want us to do a different errand? Okay.
Yeah, that's what the kanks are for. He gives you riding kanks with saddlebags and rations and water skins and a pack kank that has even more rations and more water. And he also offers a variety of mundane supplies, including bedrolls, blankets, kindling, tinder kits, and rope and torches. All of which are free if you need them.
I'm taking them.
Like, throw it in the bag.
Throw it on the
Um,
kanks.
But we should. Well, I'm gonna need the rest before we leave.
Yeah, that's fair. You've got 15 days. You could definitely take a rest here and then leave whenever you want. You guys usually travel at night anyway, and it's only early morning, probably.
We could take the day to take a long rest.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
these are just going to be we're not traveling through the desert this time. We're going to be traveling the roads.
Still hot. If you travel on the roads during the day, double water cost.
It's partial at the time.
You move faster on a road. That's the advantage of staying on the road.
Yeah.
The movement cost in the desert is like ×3. The movement cost on the road is ×1.
So like most of the trip here, we're gonna be on the road here, all the way to Silver Springs. After that,
On
we have to
kanks.
leave- we have to leave Silver Spring. We're gonna go through some of the desert, and then when we come back, like we could probably take some of the road, but like really like the straight line is through the desert. where we have to finish.
Cled is out there. You could stop over in Cled.
Good. What's Cled again? The small town.
Since you move so fast on the roads, you could also stay on the road and then cut across the desert from a different point, like near Tyr. I remember when you first went to the Desrendes Valley, you
Yeah.
stayed very close to the mountains.
Yeah, we could do that. Just come back to Tyr and then. What?
As long as we have time.
Yeah, there's some time. It's probably a lot safer too.
You guys would be aware of the reputation of the Black Sand Raiders, though. Anybody who travels on the roads, like any of the merchant houses, like they know those guys are a real problem. And the fact that they're led by a defiler makes them even more of a problem.
Good, we're trying to kill all of them anyways.
Okay.
Fuck those
It's
guys.
4 inches. Times 3 would be 12, so this is 3.5.
Is that
Oh, sorry. I
Okay.
didn't realize.
Oh,
It's a lot of messages.
5. So this is 4 inches. This is 5 inches total. Right
Sorry,
here.
I'd grown detached to the
But
noise.
if you multiply that by 3, then that's 12. And then if you do this one by 3, that's
6.
6. So this is 11. We would save a day of travel.
But it would be. We should do that anyways because it's safer too. But it's
Correct.
usually-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's-
less
yeah.
likely to be attacked by monsters if you're on the road.
And then, well, and that's the other thing is that we can refuel at Tyr before we
Exactly.
go back over
So
there.
we're never gonna be out of water except if something really bad happens.
Yeah, especially with all that extra stuff that you just got.
Yeah, and we have like several places where we can just refill, like tap up.
But we just need enough to get from Tyr and back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So there's 4 of you. Each of you gets 2 4-gallon water skins. That's 4 times 8. 16, 32. So you're getting 62 gallons of water from Aegis.
That's all going on the carry on tank that we have.
Well, it's sort of divided up. 30 of the gallons is in a cask that's on the pack cank, but then each of you gets 2 water skins hanging off the cank that you get to ride.
I got a 40-gallon barrel to myself already.
Sure. So whatever you have is in addition to what Aegis is providing.
Yeah.
Will be an entire cargo of tanks.
Okay, I'm gonna get off, guys. Yeah, good night.
Yeah.
Good night, Long.
Right.
That's a good place to stop
It is, yeah.
because we're preparing for a adventure.
So I've already used my little spreadsheet calculator to figure out the distances, the marching times, the temperatures throughout the day. I just have to roll up some interesting encounters for along the road, and I can do that for next week. So should be fun. Back out into the desert. The grueling desert.
I wanted to sell my mall. I never got to sell it.
The mundane one?
Well, it wasn't mundane. It was a nicer one, but it wasn't magical.
Yeah, that's fine.
It-
You can sell stuff.
I just don't know how much it's worth because it said it was custom. We never, because it was masterwork. It was a masterwork custom, giant sized.
Whatever the mall costs plus
I don't have a cost for the mall. That's what I'm saying.
300 for masterwork.
Yep. A giant sized mall. I
I'm
don't know
gonna
what the
get it,
price is for
guys.
that.
Have a good night.
Let's say 380.
Okay.
380 ceramic pieces.
Good night, guys. I'll
Good
see
night.
everyone.
So you would sell it for half, though. So that would be like,
190.
yeah, something like that. I can't math right now. Okay, well, let me close down the map on the table so it can be saved. Alright, you can save it.
Okay. What is today?
It's going to be my birthday in 10 minutes.
Whoa. Happy birthday.
I guess technically I was born at about 6 a.m., so it's like 6 hours and 10 minutes.
Alright, get technical.
Should probably go out and do
right.
something to celebrate tomorrow.
Table is saved.
Alright, thanks
You
for
wanna
playing.
play some you wanna play some Kaplarth for a little while?
Sure.